Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. And for the first time in this show, and the only time in this show, are we both first-time viewers. Today we are discussing Twin Peaks, The Missing Pieces. I am Colton Robertson. I'm joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And yeah, it's the only time where we are both going to be first viewers. I had never watched The Missing Pieces coming into this. So this is all brand new to me as well as it is you.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, who might be joining us for the first time, I am the rewatcher and Joe is the first time viewer. I've been ushering him into Twin Peaks and we've completed the show's first two seasons, and we've completed Fire Walk with Me. We're about to head into The Return next week. But this is the lone time where we are on the same page, and we are both being equally illuminated and equally confounded. So it's a wonderful little balance going on here. We're going to do this in a similar format that we do the regular stuff, the regular seasons of television. You know, the movie, we have a little bit of a scene by scene, except in this, scene by scene is literally deleted scene by deleted scene. It's a lot. It's a different. It's a different. It's a different structure, so it's just slightly different, but it feels the same. How did you feel about The Missing Pieces overall?
Yeah, and it's clear that it's cool that it still works as kind of a movie. Like you have to have watched Fire Walk with Me, I feel like, to have this actually feel still like a movie. But it is with what you get, with what is added on, the added context that is here. I wonder if it was deleted because of just time reasons, or if it was deleted because it wasn't the idea they were wanting to go with, or like if everything that we see is still actually core Lynch,
right.
You know.
I would be willing to bet, because my impression upon watching it, are there a couple things that I wish had been left in?
Yeah.
Maybe just a couple. You know, like, nostalgically, would I love to see Pete and Josie at the mill? Would I love to see Andy and Lucy at the station? And, you know, yeah, of course I would love to see that. However, those are the most Twin Peaks, the TV show ass scenes in this thing. And it makes sense that they ended up on the cutting room floor because they don't fit the tone the movie struck. Now, would I like a little bit more Philip Jeffries? Yeah, I'd like a little more Philip Jeffries. That would be sick.
There was the freaking
when it came to the actual show, I would have loved the "I haven't brushed my teeth yet" part. I would have loved that to have been at the end of the finale instead of it just ending on How's Annie. Even though the How's Annie moment is incredible, I think that, you know, him really faking it and going all the way out and like really making it like, here's what this guy is doing.
Yep.
I think that would have been an even. And just that line being the end, you know, but I haven't brushed my teeth yet. Boom. That would have been every bit as memorable for me as How's Annie. So like, so all that to say, there are a couple things that I wish would have been left in. I do think a lot of this makes sense as cutting room floor material. I also don't think this is all the cutting room floor material. The name, The Missing Pieces.
Yeah.
Implies to me that it matters. You know, it implies that it is a puzzle and these are pieces that are important to it. You know, like, it does feel like part of the actual story. And I usually don't perceive deleted scenes to be like that. I take them as ideas that the filmmaker was messing with, and if they didn't like them, they cut them, or if they didn't fit, or if the runtime was wrong, whatever. Like, it's, you know, deleted scenes are usually, they're deleted for a reason. I feel like there's also the element when it comes to Lynch as a filmmaker that part of Fire Walk with Me, the essence of it was to confound a little bit. It was to be surreal and to be, you know, abstract. And some of the stuff would be a little bit more explicit. It would be a little bit more like, oh, this is for sure what's happening if you had these moments.
I think
we debated for about 15 minutes last week on what the ending of the movie was, and this movie in The Missing Pieces goes, here's what that is.
Yep.
That's
true. In one line, pretty much.
Yeah.
Of Doc Hayward being like,
right.
Oh yeah, by the way, you'll see the angel whenever you meet the man that's supposed to help you. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Right.
That's I don't think the verbiage is quite like that, but.
No, I actually sent you the line word for word when it happened, because I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Hello.
Let me find it, because the angels will return, and when you see the one that's meant to help you, you will weep with joy.
Yeah.
So we debated whether or not she was weeping with joy, or if she was weeping with like this sort of like surreal,
like, of course,
holy shit,
wow.
Of course now you're here,
No, it's pure happiness. Yeah, it's
right.
like
it is actually joy. This is the person who's supposed to help, and
the fight is now.
I cannot dive into
the Blue Rose. Yes, I think this is I understand this one.
Yeah. Yes.
So
I can't dive into the Blue Rose. There's stuff that this in pairing with Fire Walk with Me. There's so much juice for the return.
Mm-hmm.
Like an obscene amount of juice for the return, and it almost makes me wish we were doing a rewatch podcast so that you could roll with me on this. But I can't even begin to talk about it because I would spoil stuff for you.
Yeah.
Stuff that you can't fathom is possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Like you can't imagine that would even be a possibility in the third season of Twin Peaks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I did see David Bowie go February 1988 or whatever, and then just
1989, yeah,
poof, and then I'm like, huh, bro? I mean, and it hurts, and it was like he legit just fucking time warped. So I mean,
yeah, he's literally like, hold the fucking phone. February 1989.
Yep.
He is not where he thinks he is. You know what I'm saying? He does not know where the fuck he's at. Well, actually, he does know where he's at, and he's like, wait a fucking minute, I'm there? Or then, so, I should say.
But maybe it's I still can't see what's coming, but I do.
No, you can't.
It does feel like this is opening up a whole more, many more questions.
I cannot wait to run through it with you, because when I watched The Return the first time, it never, and this might make me sound like an idiot to some people, it never even fucking occurred to me that we could be playing with time. It's so abstract and well done and cohesive that it's not like a Westworld moment where you're like, and there's two different timelines happening. No, they're very well, and I'm not certain that there is still even two timelines happening in Twin Peaks: The Return. Like, I'm not convinced of that. I think that it's a much more stronger possibility, and that's why I'm excited to see it again, going into it thinking that as a possibility, like that time, because I also didn't watch The Missing Pieces. I didn't realize Philip Jeffries was literally outside of time. There's some. They make it clear that they're playing with time a little bit, but it's. I don't know. I don't want to divulge too much. It's just it's a weird fucking show, man, and I cannot wait to discuss it at length with you, because we're looking at an hour 45 every week for that, man. Like, it's gonna be absurd. But
yes, it was made for me. It
was. You will dig the fuck in for that. But yes. We will go ahead and do a semi scene by scene here, and every scene has a title, so that's
sick.
That's part of it. I
like
the first
that.
one is Desmond's MO, modus operandi.
Is that what it actually stands for?
Modus operandi, yeah.
Wow, it's good old Latin, huh? Not an actual. Yeah, I never knew. That was
until David Lynch said it as Gordon Cole. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Like that is what a modus operandi is, and that is what MO means. So that, yeah, I don't know why I'd never connected those dots.
But what is it? What are they getting at? Like, what is it? Just to be the cryptic, or just to be a fucking badass, like it or what?
Little bit, yeah.
That's what I was.
It's kind of how I think he carries himself with a certain, like, he does not carry himself the same way Coop does.
That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has.
Now he also doesn't. Coop never had to do anything like that. That we had to. Like, Harry was like, "Fuck yeah, man, do your thing. I have no idea what I'm doing."
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm like, it is a little bit different. And this guy's also trying to hide something, and there's a lot else going on. But regardless, this simple scene is just, it's an alternate take, actually. This one isn't even really deleted. We actually see this shot in Fire Walk With Me when they leave the morgue. After performing the autopsy, we just don't get any words spoken, I don't think, in the movie, and they just comment on how it's late as fuck. Holy shit, it's already nighttime, and they head to Haps. So, we'll head there with the scene "Say Hello to Jack," where they get to go into the back room that was in the corner of the scene that we did not see the first time around, and it's Aiden Stanley and Desmond talking to Jack, the owner of Haps, about Teresa Banks, and Jack directs them to Irene, who is Teresa's supervisor.
How's that light going? Or how's oh my, just freaking the flash, the strobe,
got a light.
Fuck. This fucking strobe effect, it's in the back room of the
light. Yeah, no, there's a lot. And again, what's so crazy about this is that this does more for me with The Return than Fire Walk With Me did. Like, more new stuff, obviously. This is the first time I've watched it. Like, Fire Walk With Me, I've already kind of established my thoughts on it as it relates to The Return. This just kind of solidifies some things and brings new things up to the surface for me.
I mean, I guess
nothing concrete, because there's nothing ever concrete.
Like, it was released in 2014. So
yeah, it was released ahead of The Return.
So that is kind of I don't know. Like, maybe this is meant, truly meant for those.
There was a few things in the run up to The Return. There was a lot more stuff being published, and there was a lot more stuff like this coming out. I think that was when the Criterion release for Fire Walk With Me was, and I think that they were doing, I want to say The Secret History of Twin Peaks was 2015. So, like, I feel like there was a lot that was happening right there. I might be talking out of my ass, so let me go ahead and double check that. I don't want to speak incorrectly. Secret History of Twin Peaks release date was 2016. So it was a year before The Return.
Okay.
But yeah, they have a lot. They were clearly, I mean, Mark Frost wrote that book. Like, it's not some schmuck who is like, this is what I think happened in Twin Peaks. No, it's Mark Frost who's like, this is what fucking happened in Twin Peaks, So that's more than anything why it's worth a read, is because, like, there's no debate about what's canonical and stuff. And even then, there is still debate, because there's timeline stuff that's all sort of like, oh, that can't work. There's no way that happened in this year, and then this happens, and this. So it's just, neither here nor there, though. But regardless, not much to be gleaned for me from these first two extra deleted scenes. They were a couple of those scenes that were like, yep, that makes sense. I get why this got left on the cutting room floor. In fact, pretty much everything with Desmond and Sam, except for maybe Sam's interaction with Coop.
Yeah, that was good.
I really liked that scene. And
it clued us in that he knew what the Blue Rose was about. And it just, I don't know. Coop's always, it's just nice to see Kyle MacLachlan with anybody. And yeah, just I know what's the actor's name?
Kiefer Sutherland?
Yes. I know him from, like, Designated Survivor the most. Like,
right, yeah.
Like, is like the thing I know him in my brain most from. So just the eventual president of the United States, because everyone else in the government dies.
Yeah. No, and he was a big deal in the 80s, though. Like, he was a really big movie star in the, maybe not movie star, but he was in a lot of stuff in the 80s and early 90s. Yeah. He was kind of a big get for this. Like, he was like, oh shit, Kiefer Sutherland, and he's just kind of this role. And Yeah, I enjoy Kiefer Sutherland a lot. He's in The Lost Boys. I know he's really good in that. I believe I want to say he's in Stand By Me.
He reminds me in this role of like the guy in, is it Meet the Robin? It's some like animated where there's this blonde kid with glasses. I feel like it's like a baseball movie, but I don't know why it's
not. Is it Everyone's Hero?
No, it's like this tall, lengthy kid with blonde hair and glasses, and oh my god, what am I remembering? Meet the Robinsons? That's not it at all. I don't think so. Yeah. No, it is. Yeah, the Meet the Robinsons. It's not some baseball movie. The
sci-fi film Meet the Robinsons. Yeah.
Yes, the blonde main kid. I don't know why. Like his hairdo.
That's funny.
Like if he put those glasses on, I swear he just is like. I
see what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. It's really
my
the
fun
hair,
fact.
But...
My fun fact about Meet the Robinsons: 2007. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the math, I was 7 years old when Meet the Robinsons came out.
Okay. Is that how old? I don't know. Main character is it? Is he 7?
Oh no!
Okay.
No. I just my story. This has nothing to do with Twin Peaks. It's just a story I'm going to tell relating to Meet the Robinsons. Since you got me off on this tangent, and I'm blaming you. But regardless, I was 7 years old. My dad, my mom, and my little brother were heading to the movies. And my mom and brother went and saw Meet the Robinsons, 2007. Mm-hmm. And my dad was like, Colton, we're going to go see Blades of Glory.
Wait.
The Will Ferrell ice skating movie.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Uh-huh.
When I was 7 years old, I saw that in a movie theater.
Wow.
And Jenna Fisher came on screen in lingerie, and it really confused me. And like Will Ferrell like grabs her boob, and I was like, I get that. I get that impulse. I understand what's happening. That makes sense. I'm like, yes. I think that's when I became a boob guy.
Right.
I think that's how formative. I think that's how formative Meet the Robinsons is on me. Like I could have gone and seen Meet the Robinsons that day, but I saw Blades of Glory, and it changed my life.
Crazy 2 timelines there.
Shout out to Kiefer Sutherland for that. But
there we are.
The next scene is still. The next couple scenes are still with them. We have Good Morning Irene, where they walk out of the diner as the sun rises. And the FBI agents say good morning to Irene as they leave, as she gets in her car and heads home. Next one is, this one's coming from J. Edgar, which is a great, I liked this scene.
Yeah.
It is one that makes sense to have not been in the movie. Sheriff Cable of Deer Meadow takes it outside with Chester Desmond, for Teresa Banks's body. And, they're literally fighting over whether or not they are going to take the body back to Seattle. And Cable shows off his strength, bending a strand of rebar, and only to get completely pummeled by Desmond, who finishes off the fight by bending his own strand of rebar. And then he goes, "Who wants next?" Dead ass. Who wants next? Run it. He looks at both of them too. He's like, "Lucy,
he didn't care.
He said, "You want to run shit? You come around this way, you will get clapped."
This no badges here. They took their badges off. I thought that was.
I love and this. That's why I'm like, as far as like film, this is a great scene. I really, really loved the scene. It just is one of those ones where it's like, there's no reason to include it. Like, it's a great fight scene. I love the way it builds up Chet Desmond even more, because I actually really enjoy that character for how little we get of him. The slow unbuttoning of the shirt as like the deputy laughs and stuff and everything. Like, it's just really, really sweet. I really love it. And yeah, he beats his fucking ass, which is great because fuck that, Sheriff Cable. But, the next one is a scene I really, really wish we would have gotten. Which is Coop and Diane.
Dude, yes, what is this? How do they just cut something like this? How we not have Diane? I mean, we still didn't see her.
We still didn't see
or hear her or anything.
We didn't hear her either,
God.
which doesn't help the idea that you've spewed a couple times that Diane isn't real.
Yeah.
You know, like it doesn't help that at all.
Mhm.
Or in fact, it actually helps that specific theory like crazy.
Yeah. It seems that she's quite the fantasy. But, hey, it could go both ways, that these are deleted scenes, so they
Right.
didn't have Diane's, voice.
But the thing, and this is another tonal thing that I think is really, really interesting to have left out. This is Coop as we know him. Like this is Coop as we know, like, and he's very chipper, and he's like, what did you do? Look at that. Yes. I've got it. Like he is not like that at all in Fire Walk with Me. And I think again, it's the tone they are choosing to strike. They want the eerie, serious, scary tone versus the the at times lighthearted nature that Twin Peaks could possess. Because there's like almost none of that in Fire Walk with Me. Like, as close to zero as it gets.
Yeah. Who do you think that is there, though? But is that what they're trying? Is that what he's trying to imply? That he's already that from this moment?
That's where I think the time thing fucks with us. I think David Bowie's Philip Jeffries comes from a time where he is already Bob.
Yes.
He knows what eventually happens to him, and therein thinks it already happened because he does not realize he is in February 1989 until a little bit later.
So he's been gone for 2 years. I wonder, like, if that's like, has he seen way more future than we've even seen? Like I wonder, like, yeah.
I am of the mind that he has seen, I think 89 is a ways back for Philip Jeffries. Now, this is another one of those unfortunate, I talked about this on Fire Walk with Me, where Philip Jeffries is not in The Return.
Yeah.
Because David Bowie passed away in January 10th, 2016, by the way, my 16th birthday.
Fuck. Damn.
Yeah, that was a bad one. I was like,
David Bowie.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
David Bowie.
There's a star,
2016 was a rough one.
man.
I think that one also got Prince.
Damn.
2016, David Bowie and Prince died, which is just a wild 1-2 punch there for the androgynuses.
2016 was kind of goated, though, like overall on the all in all.
A lot of people look back on Summer 16 as a very, very great time, but fall came around and really dick punched us.
But maybe, like, if you're gonna go in a year, at least it's like one of the goated years. At least you went on a good one.
There are others that viewed 2016 as the beginning of the end of American democracy.
This is true. Yes. So,
now, there are also others who believe it's been long dead before that, but hey.
Oh, it was 2012 when we turned on the goddamn particle collider.
There you go.
Or Harambe, actually.
But hey, one of our only reviews on Apple Podcasts says we get too political, so I'm not even gonna go there. Gave us 1 star because they listened to the first 2 minutes of the podcast and then dipped.
Yeah.
But
it's tough whenever we try to talk in the world we live in, but hey, we're
why on earth would I ever relate anything to real life?
No.
Coop and Diane scene, I really, really loved it. I think that, but it is another one, again, that makes sense to have left out. The only reason it would have been nice to have is to get a little bit more of that familiar Coop. However, there's also the side of it where it's like,
maybe
I also don't know when this would have been.
Ah, that's true.
Like, when in the movie would this have fit? And that's where it's like, because whenever they introduce him in the movie, he's nervous because he's like, I had a dream about this. I'm scared. So if this is the first thing we see from him, it is a little weird. It's a little off. So again, one of those choices that's like, yep, you deleted the right scene. Yeah, you got any other thoughts on the Coop Diane scene?
Other than it's making me think she's not real, is kind of where it's leading me, and that it did seem kind of fantasy-esque the way he was talking. Even.
Right.
Didn't seem like there was many. I don't know that he was pausing for responses, but like that.
But is he hearing responses?
No,
is Coop a little?
He might
cuckoo?
be. Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, like
yeah, but. Yeah, I was really hoping to hear someone, but because he does ask for a pot of coffee, though, he does ask,
and that's why I'm like,
I don't know.
I think it's a choice. I don't think it's a fantasy. I'm of the mind that Coop is talking to someone, and they maintained such an illusion about Diane through the first 2 seasons that they wanted to persist with it.
They didn't want to reveal her in the missing pieces, I feel like.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, if she's not, well, they didn't want to reveal her at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's kind of like like she's supposed to be this kind of mystic figure who's like
Diane.
She's just Diane, she's just, I'm sure there are people who like view her as like Dale's conscious or something like that. Like he's just like conscious, like, she's his sounding board. And like, I don't know. I like the idea of Diane being real, but I can get with the idea that she's not, but, I think she is, and it's just a choice to leave her off. But regardless, the next one is another Coop scene, and this is one that I actually do think could have been in the movie. I would have been interested by it. It builds up the whole Blue Rose thing some more. It clues us in on Coop's knowledge of the Blue Rose, and then that kind of feeding into his fear, I think would make sense. I think that would have been a good touch going in, but again, ultimately, I think it would have. I again don't really know where you would plug this if you also don't include the next like 3 scenes, which is Buenos Aires, everything happening above the convenience store with Philip Jeffries and all that good stuff. Like,
is that just time why they didn't include that, or is that just it complicates? It just throws another kind of thing in there. That is,
I think it's I think this is one of those decisions that expressly makes the mystery more intriguing. In Fire Walk with Me, like David Bowie shows up and you're like, holy shit, that's David Bowie. Because come 1992, he's fucking David Bowie. True. Like that's a goddamn legend. So David Bowie pops up on your screen. You go, holy shit, that's David Bowie. He points at Coop and goes, do you know who this man is? I'm not even going to talk about Judy. Let's leave Judy out of it. And they're like, all right, man, holy shit, chill the fuck out. He's like, I've been there. I've been to one of their So like, I think it's just it's a choice to go, what the fuck's going on there? Versus being like, yeah, he was just in a hotel in Buenos Aires. And, Jeffries asks if there is a quote, Miss Judy at the hotel. And the concierge responds by giving him a letter. The quote, young lady left, though it is not clear if he is talking about Judy or someone else. Then more of Jeffries. Oh, wait, go ahead.
He never even reads that letter, does he? He just puts it in his pocket. No, I don't believe he does. That's it. That's it. Okay. Where does that secret message that Doc Hayward reads come from? Where does that,
Dude, that part was confusing as fuck to me because I was like, what is he reading?
It was a prescription is what Donna said, and then he's like, no, this isn't a prescription. This is a secret message for Donna. I mean, I don't...
Is the implication that, like, he overheard Laura earlier in the movie? Or that Donna has been, like, venting to Doc Hayward? Because earlier in the movie, Laura says something about, all the angels are gone from here.
But it's so specific. How does he know about Coop? Or how does he know about, like, then you'll see the one who will help you? Or I guess,
I think he's talking about the angel that will help him. That will help her.
I see. It's
the angel will return, and when you meet the one who will help you, you will weep with joy. So I can perceive it as him talking about Coop.
True.
I think he's talking about the guardian angel. When you meet the angel who will help you, you will weep with joy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think that angel's helping her,
I don't think it is either. I've had a little more time to think about Fire Walk with Me. I've watched it 3 fucking times and we, discussed it. Actually earlier today, just to break the fourth wall for everybody, we talked about Fire Walk with Me this morning and we're recording this tonight. But when it comes to the mechanics of the ring, as it pertains to Laura's protection, I think it simultaneously protects her from Bob inhabiting her,
Mm-hmm.
but also damns her to the Black Lodge.
Yep. Yeah, like
I don't think
weds her
it's not
to him a little bit,
Mhm.
like at the
Yeah.
arm.
With this ring,
Yes.
I thee wed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's an interesting way to put it. So that's isn't it usually I wed thee or
no, I think it's I thee wed.
really I thee wed. I wed. Like so he's
I mean,
like I don't know, like announcing the. I guess it could just be some old English speak that we just don't talk like any. I don't know, but is that
no? Yeah, well, it's also unclear what he's talking about. Like, is he talking about like with this ring, I thee wed? Like, I wed, Bob. Like, and is it like just a metaphorical binding? It's not necessarily a relationship. Like, it's a 1v1 thing. It's like this ring is forever bound to you and to the lodge and to us, and like it's so broad and vague still that it's hard to pinpoint exactly what that is. But that's regardless, that is what I think the mechanics of the ring are. I think that it doesn't allow Bob. I think that's surefire. I think there's no doubt about that. It prevents Bob from inhabiting Laura. That I am certain of. The part that I am thinking I'm sure of is that it commits her to the Black Lodge, and she's she's not able to leave.
Because like we see, who's the girl that Leland calls up and sees in Flesh World, their friend
Teresa.
Teresa has it on, in a later one, and then like Laura doesn't see the angel, but sees like a glow, or sees like a. I don't know. Like Teresa just starts to glow this gold color,
right?
And that makes it feel that it's like it is the guardian angel. I don't know. It is just that. Like it is just a protection symbol. The guardian angel can't help you directly, but it will stop Bob from just entering, and that is it. But there's nothing it can do to teleport you out of the, if you're in the Black Lodge.
It can't interact, like it's and that's where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's still unclear to me. I have my ideas, but nothing's concrete. It never is. But, yeah, regardless, I really love this whole Philip Jeffrey storyline. More of Jeffrey's rant in the FBI office is shown instead of like overheard.
Yeah. It
was just kind of background noise through the this Formica table. It was like it was just kind of in the background during that, and instead this time they were like, now watch the scene.
Yeah.
Watch what he's saying as he says it. And I believe I have the full quote. I believe I read the full quote last week on the Fire Walk With Me episode.
I think so.
But I might go ahead and revisit it with the new context here. He says, where is it? Where is it? Let me find it. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be long now. It's going to be right here. Helga, baby, damn, I know. I found something in Seattle at Judy's. Then they were there. They sat quietly for hours. I followed. The ring. And that's when he realizes what year it is. But I'm trying to find. Here it is. Oh, nope, that's not it. Nah, can't find it. That's my bad. Regardless, he goes on about how he met them above the convenience store, and Gordon makes Albert leave to check with the front desk, then tries to call security after, the gentleman disappears. But Cole shouts, "Mayday!" Jeffries looks up at a calendar and realizes to his shock that it is February 1989. And Cole looks up and discovers Jeffries is gone.
Yeah. That's current. 1989 is current. Like, that is where they are.
Yes. February 1989 is when the story takes place.
So Laura murdered February 26th, or was it around
24th?
24th.
23rd.
Okay, so yeah.
23rd.
Okay.
Because Coop rides into town the 24th.
Okay. So yeah. So, okay. But 1989. So, and then whenever he poofs into hotel, do we get like
unclear?
Yeah, so we don't get like a title card, or there's no.
No, yeah, there's no like, and this is the year. Yeah, no, there's nothing like that. Because why would there be?
That's true.
Why would they help us like that? That doesn't make sense. No, but Cole looks up, discovers that Jeffries has disappeared, and he's like, "Holy smokes, he's gone! He's disappeared!"
Mm-hmm.
We then see Jeffries abruptly appear on a staircase in Buenos Aires in severe pain. He's got a scorch mark behind his back, and a maid is stumbling away while a porter proclaims he has soiled himself.
Yeah.
He's like, "Holy shit, I just shit my pants."
Mm-hmm.
And while asking, he's like, "Where the fuck did you go?" And Jeffries, the gentleman screams "Ayúdame," which is Spanish for "help me," over and over as Jeffries himself starts screaming.
Okay. This leads a little more into the Nikola Tesla theory, bro. Fucking zapped himself through time. I mean, this is a weird connection of David Bowie and Nikola Tesla in weird 3-cycle nature, but I just want to know what type of human or whatever he is, because he feels like he's not quite like the people in the Black Lodge. He's not quite like Coop. He's definitely, not just a human.
Jeffries?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do think he's like Coop.
Like
except I think
he's
he's been line? Yes, I just think he's been closer to it. And maybe even potentially more involved in it.
Because how would you get to one of their meetings, you know? How you get in there? That doesn't... I don't know. That don't bode well.
No, yeah, it's definitely a bad look, you know. It means he was probably...
But,
you know...
Coop is in there right now. And, like, if that's...
Right, so... and we know that he's not... And that's the other thing, though, is that Jeffries doesn't appear to be under the influence of somebody else. You know, like, it's not like a... I mean, we don't know, but it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But...
Man,
another part of this sequence here is the man from another place gets a little more dialogue with Coop. In the movie, does he ask him, is this future or past?
No, not at all. Yeah.
And see, that is much more explicit, especially given that they show it twice.
Yeah, this is, I mean, every little thing added a lot more and I think that's it's clear he maybe records all of the context but actually removes enough to make it more mysterious.
Oh, yeah. These are like there are parts of this sequence that are in the movie, you know, like the you know, do and you from know a different angle,
I guess. Like there was some of them are just like it's shot multiple times from
the first one he has the ring, the second one he doesn't have the ring anymore, and the second one clearly takes place after the finale of Twin Peaks season 2, while the first one it's a little unclear.
Is this I don't know, it adds just so, it's crazy how it's not, I don't know, it's not a movie. I don't know how to compare this to like anything else. It's not a TV show. No. It's not a movie, but it's just a way to add so much recontextualization to everything. I don't know, everything I've seen already. And to do that in just an hour and a half, like I want to watch this supercut now for sure. Like it's gonna be
the Q2 edit. Yeah,
that's gonna be.
I'm intrigued by it. I've heard good things, and I mean like a full 3.5 hour cut of this.
Yeah,
would be sick.
It's a long endeavor, but I mean, I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League, so I think I can. This is.
I'm built for this shit.
I'm more into this.
Right.
Yeah, I want the that cut, you know. I want the Lynch, the true Lynch. I don't know. I guess that might just be the return, or is the just everything combined?
Yeah, the return is as Lynch as it gets.
And
I'll tell you that much.
It is just season 3. Like that is a weird. I never thought of it like that. I thought of it as like a.
It is its own thing, you know. Like it's not under the same banner as the original Twin Peaks series. It aired on a different network. Or not even on a network. It aired on Showtime. So like, I think it operates as Twin Peaks season 3. Like you should watch Twin Peaks before you watch The Return. I can't really imagine not doing that. Yeah. You know, so that's what makes it season 3. However, it is categorized in its own thing. Like Twin Peaks: The Return is its own show if you look it up. There is no,
I see.
Like if you go to Twin Peaks, it'll be like, here's the first 2 seasons. Are you looking for The Return? You know,
Okay. I see. So
yeah. So
I don't know. It's nice that Lynch, it seems that it's just kind of treated as a, all right, I can continue on my beautiful creation, and to be able to.
I mean, it's 18 fucking hours.
Yeah. Yes. That's, yes. You know.
Talking about wanting a 3.5 hour cut. That's nothing.
Mm-hmm. We get 18
We're doing that in 3.5 episodes here, buddy.
Woo.
But,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's so good. It's so good. And every bit is confusing. So, the next one is titled Mike is the Man / Sharing a Cigarette. We get a little bit of a longer introduction to Bobby and Mike. Only seen briefly in a montage in the finished film. They discuss the fact that they owe Leo Johnson $5,000 as half the football is missing, and that the cocaine supply is running low. Again, makes sense to cut it. It's just a little bit more of that connective tissue to the original series. You know, you get where all of it comes from, and that's it. But, next one is school books, and this is a scene I actually do wish I would have loved to have more Sarah being.
Yes, the school book.
Yes, Laura runs down the stairs after discovering someone ripped pages from her diary. She runs into her mom coming back from getting the groceries, and she asks to use the car, claiming she forgot her books. And Sarah gives her the key and takes away her cigarette. Yeah, and it was just a good little moment, you know, like where Sarah was being a mom.
Yeah, I guess it's really the culmination of this. Whenever we return to this, whenever Sarah realizes that Laura lied to her, that I think that's the good part of it. Like this is the good setup for the, like, yeah, and I don't know why I don't know, like to cut that out. Yeah, this is one that felt really good to give Sarah something.
Yeah, just a little bit more than being like kind of in the know, but not really. She's in plausible deniability state. Like, it just would have been nice to have Sarah be a little more present. But the next one is titled The Palmers, where Laura comes back at dinner time and is confronted by Sarah, who accuses her of lying about losing her school books. She went into her room and found them on the bed, and she's like, what were you doing in my room? And she's like, well, I found your blue, I was looking for my blue sweater, which you borrowed, and was balled up on the floor in your closet. She's like, why would you lie to me? And Laura's like, well, I had to go see Bobby, and
you wouldn't understand. And dong on the piano. She fucking, no, I will understand. Oh, well, I don't know. We could be a little more, I don't know, not frightening. Sarah, you're a little,
right.
Yeah, it was a little scary, but it was still not, I don't know. So at least the night, a nice-ish moment, between the two of them. But then, I don't know why. I mean, this is a deleted scene coming up here, but this dinner, you know, with Leland, why add a good looking, you know, this is, the optics look good, but is it fucked up good? Is it just, you know, tormented? Or this is, I don't know. It seems, I don't know how to read the good Leland after watching the missing pieces, because it feels like Leland is, or Fire Walk With Me, because after that, Leland was just kind of all, I don't know.
I think, again, it's a tonal thing. This is the part of the movie where Laura, I don't think she's even begun to be suspicious of her dad.
Oh, okay. So everything is hunky-dory and going.
Everything is hunky-dory for her. And again, I do think it's a tonal thing. Like, this would have been the only good scene. Like, only positive scene, decently positive scene, and it wouldn't be, but a couple scenes later when Leland would go, now why didn't you wash your hands? You know, like, and that's So that's where I'm like, I get it. You know, like, I do think that this is a good way to clue us into how Leland generally behaved to hide himself a little bit. But but don't get me wrong. I still think this is a very important scene, which is why I do think it is one of the missing pieces of the puzzle. I just also understand why it's not in the movie. They sit at the dining room table, and Leland stomps in, pretending to be a hungry lumberjack. He goes, "Where is my axe?" And he flips something around and sets it up there. And Laura and Sarah watch with rolled eyes, and he sits down and starts speaking Norwegian. And again, it's just one of those nice little callbacks, you know, like the Norwegians are coming next week. And you're like, oh, fuck. God damn. Yeah, that is how we start, isn't it?
Yeah, that happened. But
there's a lot more of that in the missing pieces than there is in Fire Walk with Me. But
the weird
he sits down.
I don't know, detail. And
oh, yeah.
Leland has it. He turns it around. It's in display there. It's also in the sheriff's office back in the other town.
Oh, yeah, the saw, the giant
saw. Yeah, and it's like the weapons themselves, you know, that have destroyed the trees, and they're right there. And evil Bob is right here next to an axe. And that sheriff didn't seem quite like Bob, you know, but
no, right. Shitbird for sure.
But
yeah, I did love this scene, and it's one of those. There was an edit I saw the other day that was like if Bob never existed, and it was a montage of clips from Fire Walk with Me and Missing Pieces where Laura is happy, and this was part of it, and I couldn't identify it, and this is where it was.
Man.
So it's just like, oh god, it's just it was devastating, dude. Like, it was genuinely fucking.
The even sadder part is that it could only really be a TikTok edit because there's not much content.
There's not much. It's like 40. It was like 45 seconds.
No, we didn't.
If that, because like I think that it also wasn't just Laura. Like it was other characters.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean it's I said that Fire Walk with Me, you know, made everything just more brutal, but this didn't really help. You know, it just made it more clear.
Definitely doesn't
it just
help.
made it clearer, clear brutality. It's but no, at least somewhat of a nice moment, you know. Those are my girls, but it's not. It's nice, but at the same time, it's like fuck, like that.
Well, we know, you know, like when you know, it's like, ugh. Oh god.
But at least Sarah and Laura are happy, you know, somewhat.
Yes, like at least there's something there, you know. Oh god, it's just such a god, it's devastating. But the next scene is a really brief one again that I understand why it got cut. We get more than enough of the point later on. We don't really need it. Laura sneaks out of the house and meets a trucker. She exchanges sex for drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. That was kind of badass, though. Of the line, what was that? What did she say? Of like, hey, you got this stick, or you shift this, I'll control that, or I don't know, whatever the verbiage was.
Yeah, something in there. Yeah.
And then like, yeah, I mean, hey, that was she seems to be quite the professional. You could say.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. That's actually a part of a couple of the books. One of the like, it's only alluded to a little bit in this and Fire Walk with Me that she's bisexual.
So confirmed.
But
nice.
and the book stuff, it's like she went to a party and ate a girl out on the couch, and like everybody cheered her on and shit. Like she taught people how to eat pussy.
Damn.
Like it's like that's
what I'm talking about.
She's a pimp.
Power to the people, you know. That's
right.
Knowledge is power, and that's important knowledge, I think, right there. So, if this is here, not all heroes wear capes. She did good work while she was alive, and I think she's not done. You know, I think it's what's made it a little more clear to me is that this there's a lot more work to be done, and there's only two people in there that are on the side of good, it seems. And yeah, but as of now, No, it was nice to, this 45 seconds of Laura's happiness in her life, pretty much total. But
right,
yeah, it's sad.
Yeah,
it's sad. But
it's sad, man. It's a hard knock life. One of the people I did not expect to see in the missing pieces pops up in the next scene. Del Mibbler, the bank manager. The bank manager is at the Packard sawmill, complaining to Josie and Pete, who are cut from the film.
My damn 2x4.
That their 2x4s are not exactly 2 inches by 4 inches. His complaints distress Josie, who's like, "Oh my God, did you know this, Pete?" And Pete's like, "Yeah, I knew it. They've never been 2 inches by 4 inches. That's not how it works." He finally wins Del over by pointing out that Del's bank, the dollar is not worth the same as it used to be. And Del's
funny.
like,
yeah.
Okay.
You put it in my language. You see, now when you speak my language, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. No, that was good.
I love it. But... So again, one of those scenes that just, I don't even know where the fuck you'd put it. It's just a way to get Joan Chen and Jack Nance back on set, and film a Twin Peaks scene. And unfortunately it gets cut, but it happens. It was a good one. I liked it a lot. I'm glad I have access to it. But yeah, wouldn't have fit in the movie, so it makes sense. But
yeah.
Again, and all of the scenes with the original Twin Peaks cast are like that. Yeah. You know, I loved seeing it. I'm so glad I have it. None of the stuff with Norma and Ed would have fit. None of the stuff with Harry, Andy, Lucy would have fit. None of that stuff would have fit.
Maybe the Doc Hayward secret message. That one.
Yes.
If
it has Laura in it, it's more complicated.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, but that scene, I can't even begin to wonder where that would have even fit into the movie.
I see. Well, he does kind of say, like, they do end the conversation of, like, we'll see you tomorrow. I think was that literally the night before she died, or was there still time to go?
In what scene?
When Doc Hayward gave her the secret message.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Jack Nance's scene. Pete Martell and Joe. Like, I have no idea where that would have fit in the true. So when it comes to the Laura stuff, like, if Laura's in the scene, there's a place for it. I can imagine that being plugged in somewhere. That one, I think it just illuminates too much, and getting it 22 years after the fact was just kind of like, yeah, sure, tell them what it's about.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, we'll help you along the way, you know.
Here's one little clue here, but we'll head over to Kind of Quiet is the next scene, longer scene in the Double R diner. It's a little extended. It shows us what's happening inside the Double R while Laura's outside seeing the Mrs. Chalfant and her grandson. Ed and Nadine come in for coffee. Nadine sees Norma working at the counter and angrily drags Ed out. Which I gotta ask, Nadine, you're heading to the Double R. Norma famously owns and operates and works there every single day. What was the point of this? What are you surprised? Why are you surprised to see Norma at the Double R? You aren't. You wanted to walk in and show that Ed's yours.
Yep. Yeah. This was pretty dang clear. I was hoping to hear some Draper on her, but I don't think she's made that revelation yet. You know,
no, that doesn't happen until early peaks. Yeah.
So that it wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, I mean, within the next week. Yeah.
Would have made her an out of time character, which would have been kind of funny though, if she was like,
if Nadine's like, I have invented the Drape Runners.
Yes, Drape Runners. They've come to me.
I have made billions. But Shelley sees Laura staring at the place where Miss Tremond. Oh, the missing pieces refers to her as Miss Tremond, which is who she was in Twin Peaks. She was Mrs. Chalfant in Fire Walk with Me.
And
clear that she does not act. That's not her name. Neither of those are her actual fucking name.
Yes.
She is something else entirely.
She's just the grandmother. She's just the grandson. Yes,
Funny you should say that. You should watch The Grandmother.
The Grand.
David Lynch's first short film.
Wow.
Or not his first short film, but a really good short film. Also on the Criterion Collection, I believe, or Criterion Channel if you want to check it out. That is bizarre. You will dig it. But Laura runs away. Shelley goes back to the diner and is like, hey, Laura just fucking ran off, left her car and everything. Should I do this? And Norma's like, yeah, nobody's here anyway.
Damn.
Shelley's like, yeah, nobody's here anyway. Dude, devastating.
This was rough,
fucking
man.
devastating.
Yeah.
This redefines Norma as a character for me, dude. She is so full of sadness that they never show in the TV series. And I know that it's like there, you can tell it's there. You know she's longing for Ed, but you don't realize how much it weighs on her anytime he leaves, anytime she like sees him with Nadine, and anytime he goes, "I'll call you." And she's like she has to be a second option, but
yeah. And the diner's just not, it's not popping off. You know, she doesn't do
right.
the
Yeah, the
redesign
business
yet,
isn't doing well.
know?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's clear she starts to get that fire back. You know, a little bit. She does the redesign. I guess it's a lot of things are going on, but it is all, I don't know. Ultimately, yeah, it is for Ed. You know, that was, I don't know, that was so sad just to see. I don't know, them. Ed walked in to make her happy for a split second, and then she just went right back to crying. I was like,
well, because he has to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
like he can't stay because he's like, I can't linger. She'll know. She's out in the fucking truck right now. You know, like it's not. But the cook peeks in. A lot of help this guy is. And goes, "Wow, diner's awfully quiet." And she's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, Ed comes back in, apologizes to her, takes her hand, and says they'll meet later, and that he'll call her.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is best friends. This is one I loved. This is the scene we were talking about earlier with Doc Hayward repeatedly. But Laura runs to Donna's house crying. Donna lets her in, and Will and Hayward look after her. Leland calls Laura back home, and Will and Eileen show obvious suspicion that something is off. Only the start of this scene is in the final cut where she like cries and lets her come in the house, and even then there's less dialogue. One of my favorite lines is "I'm your friend no matter what way you are."
Yeah.
I loved that. And the whole like oh wait, that might be the next one. No, it's not, because the next one's the "I'm the muffin" scene. That's what it is. But which actually gets a massive payoff in Fire Walk with Me. She calls herself the muffin at the Glory, or the Power and Glory, and Jock's like, "One tasty fucking muffin it is." You know, like it's a weird, like, oh God, really. And she says it in front of Donna, like really recontextualizing it in front of the person who meant it in a sweet way. And it's like, oh, no. Oh, Laura, please.
Calling herself a turkey too, as well to James or to Bobby, I think.
You're not a turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was James. Because he doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. James is kind of dumb. He's simple, not dumb. He's simple. When she's like, "I'm a turkey," and he goes, "You're not a turkey."
That's
you're like, fucking
dumbest fucking bird alive, by the way. And he's like, like, you know,
it was one of the dumbest birds on the planet.
That's
and she's like, "You're sweet, James. You know, like you're really sweet. That's very kind of you to say, but Jesus Christ, you have no fucking clue." And no reason for him to have a clue. He's actually one of the only normal people in the show.
Yeah, that's true.
He is a normal 17 or 18-year-old dude who's like, "I don't know, man. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you."
And all this death is a little too much for me, so I'm gonna get on my bike and I'm gonna
get on my bike and I'm gonna leave. Like, when you look at James as just being like a normal fucking guy, everything he does makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, he's just kind of like, Jesus, this is too much. But Donna shows Laura out of the house, with the two calling each other the muffin as she leaves, and Laura shouts at Donna that, "You know what? I am the muffin." This interaction is referred to with Laura's line in The Power and the Glory in the final cut. We also get this is the part with the longer scene of Cooper with the man from another place. The two interacting more than they did in the final cut. The man introduces the ring to Cooper and poses the question, "Is it future or is it past?" And the question is later repeated by Mike. Or not. Well, it's not repeated by Mike. Mike is, this calls back to me, through the dark of futures past. A magician longs to see one chance out between two worlds. Fire Walk with Me.
This freaking I don't know. You're right. I feel like I've heard "Fire Walk with Me" said so many times, but I still don't quite. I don't know. Like it hasn't landed.
The meaning of "Fire Walk with Me" eludes me.
Even still,
Can you hear me?
Post return, like even.
Oh yeah. Fire Walk with Me is an abstract concept as far as like what the literal phrase "Fire Walk with Me" means. Like the most I can gather from it is, giving yourself over.
Okay.
Like
because the
arm dark of futures
says
past.
it to Bob. He says it like "Fire Walk with Me," and then Bob flames away, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like why would the arm or say it to Bob? It felt like
Is there any chance that for like the Black Lodge, it's kind of like peace be with you and also with you?
May the force be with you is like
right. Fire walk with me. No, fire walk with me. Fire walk with me. Fire walk with me.
Okay. Evil is good. Yes, fire walk with me. We all.
It's like when doctors all meet each other. A bunch of doctors in a circle. They go doctor, doctor,
yes.
doctor, 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 doctor. They're just like fire walk with me. Fire walk with me. Fire walk with me.
Yeah,
but is it future or is it past?
Both.
Both. Yeah, it's all of the above. But next up is a scene titled "Bob Speaks Through Laura / Blue Sweater." A longer version of Laura's possession under the ceiling fan and speaking to Bob.
Yes, the fan, dude. I thought it was just
fan.
a noise distraction or like to let Laura know what's coming, but no. I mean, it feels a little more practical. Is that the word? Or like Bob needs
I still
it?
think that it's I still think it's an association thing. I think Bob uses it as a tool to clue Laura in that Bob is coming, and therein she's like ready to communicate with him. Like that's kind of how I take it. But this scene fucking scares me.
Yeah, these stairs.
Whenever the light is getting brighter and brighter, and her eyes do not move, but her mouth slowly opens.
That shot
to
was
reveal.
so
Oh my
eerie.
God!
It was so eerie. Probably
that is so fucking freaky.
Yeah. I mean, probably the shot. There was a lot of good-looking shots in here too.
Oh,
but
great! It's a great-looking sequence.
If I do want to pick one shot, if we're giving nods, I guess to this again, it's nice probably to give another double nod to Cheryl Lee.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Cheryl Lee.
So
yeah,
it
still
easy
is
there. But this eerie, I don't know, smile was.
Ooh, God damn, it's freaky, and just I don't know what it is. Just the slow mouth, like it's not foreign. Like we know what's happened. That is Cheryl Lee slowly smiling. I can in my head go, that is Laura Palmer slowly smiling.
That's it.
But the light growing brighter and brighter, and the music building, and the teeth just slowly revealing themselves. Like, God, it's scary. I love it. This is the kind of horror I love. I don't love jump scare horror. We were talking about weapons off mic, which is a little dated now by the time this is coming out, but about a month and a half ago.
True.
Weapons worked for me at its most eerie and worked for me at its least whenever, like, the dream sequence where, Josh Brolin dreams of, his son, and he goes to wake him up in the bed, and then we cut back and it's all of a sudden Aunt Gladys, smiling with the fucking clown makeup on and stuff. And it gets me. I'm not immune, like that fucks me up. I resent that because it was already eerie. It was already scary. And if she had just like slowly turned over, it's scarier in a more meaningful way to me. It's not so. Yes. Like there's an earlier example in the movie is whenever Julia Garner's character has her nightmare sequence, and the little kid sitting in the back of the classroom, and he slowly looks up. That's good.
Yes.
I like that.
One
You know,
big spike of fear for a jump scare, or slow rise. Yes,
I love the
it's
slow rise. I love the
yes.
slow rise. That is where I live when it comes to horror. I adore that. That's what Cure has in abundance. That's what Fire Walk With Me has in abundance. I mean, really, it's what Alien has in abundance too. It's just, there's like this, you never know what's around the corner. I love that anticipation, that just kind of creeping dread. It's my favorite kind of horror.
Yes.
And this shot really gets that going. But next up, Sarah accuses Laura of stealing her blue sweater again, only to realize she was wearing it.
Damn.
She bemoans having another nervous breakdown as Laura tries to comfort her. And I think this is the scene you were talking about earlier. Just like it would have been nice to have Sarah be a little bit more there, a little more human.
But
not to say that she wasn't human. She's a victim too. I don't want to make it seem like she's at fault. Like
we just didn't get the content. I feel like it. We
didn't get it.
The enough context.
Yeah, I'm with you. But man, there's still a lot of scenes. Holy shit. Sorry, I went ahead and scrolled ahead just to see. Not close. We're going to Sunday at the Johnsons. While people are at church on Sunday, Leo is showing Shelley the correct way of cleaning the floor. Longer version of the scene that appears in the final cut. So nothing new there. Just they included
more
what they needed to include.
Abuse. Yeah, I think is all that really it is. But
yeah, they were like, watch this for a little bit longer. Next up is a scene called Smash Up, which oh shit, this is cool. This scene is unscripted. Norma and Ed sit in a truck in the forest listening to music and discussing their relationship.
Well, just like, their post. I don't know, did they just...
These two were just vibing.
Wow, that's...
And I mean, the fucking actors are just vibing. It's just McGill and fucking Lipton out there acting their asses off.
Wow.
Because I loved this scene. Like, if this scene had been in, like, Twin Peaks, it would have been my favorite scene of an episode.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
It was nice.
The breathalyzer stuff and them cuddling real close.
What does that say? Yeah, I don't know. Ed was... Yeah, I don't know.
Harry gave it to me.
Wow.
It's what do you think? Can I drive? It says you can't walk.
Man,
like that's clever. Good shit. Knowing that's unscripted is really impressive.
Okay, all right.
I love that. But
wow.
Yeah, I mean, I loved that scene. I love everything with Ed and Norma. I never get tired of Ed and Norma. Thank fucking Christ they are both in The Return. I love both of those performers and I love both of those characters. So, not the last time that we'll see Ed and Norma, but we'll next head to the Power and the Glory, where Laura and Donna arrive with their hookups at the Power and the Glory room in the Canadu and Us of fucking A, US of fucking A bar with the Batman, the barman. I almost said the Batman, the barman Dennis at the Canadian border. This scene clarifies that the pink room scene was not actually in the Roadhouse, which is not so obvious in the film. We can gather it's not the Roadhouse because we've seen Twin Peaks, but like this makes a clear effort to go. And they traveled somewhere else.
Yeah. It didn't really feel like, I'm like, I didn't know where I was quite, but it was cool to see. I guess it was just funny to see that sign. I don't know, them just head back, and I'm like,
Canada and US of fucking A.
So, but wow, what just the back room of a bar. I mean, you never know what could be behind one door.
Private party, the Power and the Glory.
Man,
but next scene is Fire Walk With Me. Mike sitting shirtless in his motel room, lighting a circle of candles. Well, not lighting a circle of candles, unlighting a circle of candles, saying in backwards talk, "Fire Walk With Me."
Why get rid of this? It's so quick, like what give me this.
Well, I think
this is good juice. This is great.
It is good juice, but I also wonder, since there's no more substance to what ritual he's performing, is it just a random cutaway to Mike doing this and then we go back to whatever else?
Because it's
great vibes,
but is this
incredible stuff?
This is in Earth and he's going back in time. Like, this isn't Black, or is he in the Black Lodge doing? Is this the weird room?
Unclear.
Yeah, like where the fuck is he? That's
because he is going backwards. He is doing backwards stuff. Yeah. He is unlighting candles.
Yes, and he's speaking.
Not just saying that. Yeah,
he's speaking
fire, walk with me.
But yeah, I mean, maybe because he does deliver the ring eventually, but the arm and him speak. He shows it to Coop, and then it's gone, and then it delivers to Laura eventually. So I mean, maybe it is just that, like this ritual. He needed to do this, whatever the fuck, and then I grab the ring, I get it, I go and deliver the night of. But yeah, I don't know what else. What other reason he needs to do a ritual for, I guess. But
right. I think it's maybe locating Bob, like he can feel Bob and he's trying to pinpoint him maybe. I don't know, but yeah, regardless, I like the moment. It was very brief. It was very weird and creepy and vibey, and I dig that. But yeah, another one of those ones where I'm like, if you can edit it into the movie properly, and that's something that I just can't see, like I'm down. I would love to see it, but clearly they didn't feel like they had that place for it. So, we'll next go to the scenes titled "Party Girl," where after reading about her in Flesh World, Leland, straight up Leland, calls Teresa Banks, who invites him to the Red Diamond City Motel. They have their hookup, and Leland runs off after seeing Laura and Ronette in the hotel room. And Teresa comes back to say he ran away. Like she was going to bring him in there. And Teresa tells Laura and Ronette that her client flaked, leaving the three of them alone. Oh, what are three girls going to do alone? Definitely a lot of implications.
Nothing
going on
happened
here,
in that room.
Nothing happened. But she brushes her hair with her hand, prominently displaying her ring. And pieces of this scene appear in Laura's flashback in the final cut. Because that's where she sees the ring in her head, is that moment. But
okay. Maybe that's the glow. It's not quite seeing the angel. It's like seeing this moment. I don't know. She's seen it before. It's I don't know, clicking again, the deja vu or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, and given Leland's sudden departure, Teresa's suspicions are raised, and she calls Jock asking what Ronette Pulaski's father looks like. And he goes, balding, tubby, whatever. And she's like, okay, what about Laura Palmer's father? And he's like, dude, he's fine as fuck.
Damn movie star. I mean, hair of God.
Well, and it's funny recontextualizing Ray Wise like that because he is a good looking man. I've just since I know him as the fucked up guy he is, I can't look at him as attractive. But he is like Ray Wise, the actor, is a good looking man. That is definitely true. But after giving her descriptions, Jock asks why, and she gives a bogus explanation regarding a supposed assault, and she quickly hangs up, snickers to herself, and then calls Leland at his office in a bid to blackmail him. We'd had an allusion to this in Fire Walk with Me when Ronette says, Teresa was going to blackmail somebody. She was going to make it big. She was going to get rich.
Yep.
And this is who she was going to black. Now, this completely recontextualizes Leland even murdering her in the first place.
It wasn't
as being self-protection, self-preservation. Like, Bob doesn't really have anything to fucking do with this one.
Yeah. So and then the letter's put there, So
right.
So
that's why I'm like that's why I'm like Leland, like there is more in like this. What like I was of the mind after Fire Walk with Me that Bob is a parasite. He feeds off of Leland's terrible nature. And fuels it in a way. Like he feeds off of it, he gives it back to him, and there's sort of like there's a cycle there, This makes that crystal fucking clear. Like, Leland goes and murders Teresa because she is blackmailing him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it could also be a fear from Bob too. Like he can't let anyone know he's Bob. Like, or well, no.
Yeah, true.
Because she doesn't know.
The thing that Teresa was going to blackmail him for
Is
was
just,
like, oh, you're fucking prostitutes.
Yeah, and that's it. So it's
Yeah.
not even a Bob thing at all. It's
Like,
it's actually
and
a
really,
100% Leland.
He's not
saving
even going to
face.
turn him in or anything. She's like, I'll tell your daughter. You know, like, that seems to be the implication. You know, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm friends with your daughter. I'm going to tell her.
Right.
That, you wanted to fuck me, and then specifically maybe because I look like your daughter. And
because I look like her.
and asked,
yeah.
Did he ask for friends yet at this point, you know? Like, they've already
Yes,
had their
he
moment?
had.
Yeah,
He
so
had
it's like,
asked
oh, yeah,
for her
he's
friends.
fucked. Yeah, it's like,
But he hadn't seen her friends yet. And when he does, he leaves.
Yeah, so, it's, he's cooked, but purely a Leland reason, though. Like,
Yes, yeah. That's why I'm like, that one was the single most, Leland is out here murdering people, you know?
Yeah. Bob did not, I don't know. Not like he needs.
Bob was kind of like, and it goes back to what happened with, Jock in the hospital. You know, like, we speculated at the time, you were like, I don't know, he seems practiced at this. And I kept trying to be like, nah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But, Leland definitely is practiced at this. Killed at least 2 people up to that point.
Yeah, not like a Dexter thing where you're just killing the bad people. You're killing, you know, Jock, bad guy. You know, he definitely deserved death. But Laura, no.
Yeah, fuck a rapist. Kill him.
Yeah, but Leland, you are a rapist too. So that's
there's no doubt of that.
Yeah.
That's weird, and that's not even why he was like. What's funny too is that he killed Jock because he supposedly killed Laura, which he knows isn't true.
Yeah, because he killed Laura. So it's like
In fact, he didn't just kill Laura. He knocked Jock out so that he knows where Jock was at the time of the murder.
So why is it to murk him? Because if he actually tells the truth, it's like, because he saw.
I think he saw.
Did he see him before he got knocked out? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he saw Leland come over and just whop him. So yeah, he's like, if he wakes up, he's like, oh, I don't know. The last thing I remember is seeing Leland actually come in. Yeah, so that fuck.
Well, he does wake up though because Jock's in a lot of scenes. He doesn't go straight to the hospital, you know.
Does he ever say anything about?
No. This might be one of those, continuity things that's a little
not quite planned out yet.
Yeah.
But
right. But regardless, next scene is don't forget / Laura's secret stash. Leland cheerfully reminds Laura while heading out that it is Johnny Horn's birthday, and Laura and Sarah sit at the table silently. Laura then goes upstairs and snorts the last of her stash. This is essentially the same scene that appears in the film with a few seconds added. Next up is Bernie the Mule. Harry, Andy, and Hawk discuss setting a trap for Bernard Renault. Andy comments that Bernie is coming in on foot, and Harry confirms this. After an awkward silence, Harry asks if he means they will have a lot of paths to cover, but Andy explains he merely thinks he'll have a lot of walking to do. Hawk quickly exits, followed by Andy, after being dismissed by a puzzled Harry Truman.
Yeah. Very weird.
Fun little cute scene.
But I don't know. Nice. I agree with you that almost every people that are in the show is like, it makes sense why they didn't include them in here.
Yeah, they're like, go ahead and throw them a bone, let them shoot a couple scenes, but if they have room, we have room, but if not, no big deal. But that's it. Next scene is titled I Killed Someone. The day after the drug deal turned lethal, Bobby confronts Laura at her locker and tells her to hide the $10,000 in her safety deposit box. Laura is unfazed by Bobby's stress and mocks his remorse. She's like, you killed a guy. He's like, Laura, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And just to make Bobby's day worse, the next scene is him discovering that the cocaine from the woods is actually baby laxative.
That's why I said, why bring the coke if you're just going to kill him? And it's like, they didn't bring the coke. They just brought some fucking laxatives.
They brought baby laxative. Well, and what's funny is, I feel bad for Bobby being like, I killed him over baby laxative. No, you killed him because he tried to pull a gun on you and shoot you. You know, like,
you were just defending
now,
yourself.
yes, were you there because of baby laxative? Yeah. You know, like, that is why you were there. But it's also why he was there. And it's also why he pulled a gun on you. So, like, I don't know. I don't blame Bobby much for having to kill that guy.
Yeah. It just kind of had to be done. It's either him, it was one or the other.
You know, like, shit happens, man. When the game is the game, you know. That's why I'm not in it. But I mean, there's more reasons than that. But we'll go on. The next scene is called "Send Me a Kiss," and we get a little Dr. Jacoby being a freak here, and really, really illuminates the relationship he had with Laura. Definitely not healthy. Dr. Jacoby calls Laura the day before her death, right after she does some cocaine. He chastises her for not calling him, and Laura can tell he has become infatuated. She says that she was at Johnny's birthday and mentions making some audio tapes for him, which we actually did get to hear in the series, and she gives up on snorting the last line of cocaine. So Dr. Jacoby's like, oh, come on, send me one more. You know, give me another. Please, baby. I miss you.
Yeah, just die. I don't know. You can go, Dr. Jacoby. No, you know, not as bad as Leland or the worst of the worst people, but I don't like him.
Now I'm gonna blow your fucking mind with some of these. I'm gonna let you know right now this is not the last we see of Dr. Jacoby. Dr. Jacoby is in the return.
Well, maybe he dies. So good. But
yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to shovel himself out of some fucking shit for him to be redeemed for sure. But yeah, he's a piece of shit. But there is one notable character who I'm going to tell you we don't see any more of, and you'll be kind of you'll be shocked by it. Next scene is asparagus. On the night of her death, Laura is eating dinner with her mother, though she refuses to eat the asparagus as she mentioned in her diary in the series. Sarah tells her that Leland is staying late with Ben to work on the plan for the Norwegians. And Laura tells her she's going to Bobby's to do homework, and Sarah tells her it's a school night, be back by 9. And after Laura leaves the room to put away her dishes, Sarah anxiously lights a cigarette, and Laura leaves the house. Permanently.
Yeah. Damn. Good night. That's it. It's the last interaction.
That's very sad.
Wow.
So fucking sad.
Wow.
And that's one of those things where I'm like, that might be a scene they should have left in for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, like it.
Yeah, anything with Laura.
It's the last time Sarah talks to Laura. You know, like that's. I don't know. That feels like a good one to leave in.
Man. Wow. Yeah. I mean, and it's not even that long. It's not like that much of a time.
No,
save.
It's a brief one.
And it's
I don't.
right
Yeah, that's one of those. That might be the single biggest one for me, where I'm like, don't really know why we cut this.
Yeah. What? Huh. But I don't know.
Now, the other thing is that
the Fire Walk with Me, like it is long. I don't know. So maybe they just needed some stuff. Just had.
It is a long movie, but the other thing too is that like. While the scene would have fit, we got to think about the pacing of it. She goes straight to Bobby's house, you know, and then we get the scene in Bobby's basement with them kissing and stuff about the cocaine and all that good stuff, and then she goes from there to somewhere else, and then from there to somewhere else, and then from there to somewhere else.
That's true.
So like,
if she went straight,
it is a little
to
bit
her
of
death,
like a
then it hits a lot harder.
Yes,
but,
that would have hit a lot harder if that was the case, but it's not what happened. So it's like, yeah, there is I can see why. I still think they could have done with it, but. Regardless, it is what it is. I'm sure that ended up being the reason it was cut. But after this, Bobby and Laura in the basement, we get a little bit of an extended scene here, including Major Briggs and Betty.
Yeah.
From the Book of Revelations. Betty lets Laura in, and Bobby reveals to Laura that the supposed cocaine they picked up and killed the mule for was actually baby laxative. I also love that when she walked in, she was Laura's like, "Is Bobby in the basement?" And they're like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Right where he belongs, right?" And they're like, "Ha ha ha." You know, and she's like, "I fucking mean it."
Yeah. I I need something. You don't understand.
Yeah, no, I'm heading down there. I need Coke. And Bobby is dealing with the consequences of what he has done, while Laura's thoughts are on getting more cocaine. And this is one of those moments where, like, I really feel bad for Bobby. Bobby feels like one of the most, like, complicated, sad characters in the show. And the return is really, really good for Bobby. Like, as far as exploring that character a little bit more and seeing how this period of his life affects him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like growing up and realizing the trauma you endured during a period like this in what is obviously a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
And then she's murdered the night you break up. Like, I don't like, it's a, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, I really like Bobby as a character piece. Not strictly that I like him personally, but as far as like exploring a character, I think they've done a really interesting job with Bobby. And, just the way he's like, I got some for you, baby. It's okay. You know, like he pulls out more cocaine and gets it to her. And it's like, you know, that's not exactly the most positive thing, but it is in this context. Like, he wants to help. He wants to be there for her. He wants to give her what she wants. And like, it's a complicated situation, but, lets her snorts it, and the two kiss, and Bobby handing her the cocaine does appear in the final cut. But, after he and Laura officially break up, Bobby shows her out of the house. Closing the door, he pulls out a cigarette and starts to light it. Major Briggs looks up and tells him to put out that cigarette, but he continues smoking as Major Briggs continues reading.
Yes.
The next scene is Goodnight Lucy. Lucy calls Harry and Andy into the interrogation room. She tells Harry that Josie Packard saw a prowler. Harry tells her he's on his way and tells Andy to monitor the radio. Lucy speculates over the intercom what the prowler was and then screams when Harry appears at the front desk because she doesn't understand how technology works, which is fucking hysterical. Andy hears this and runs to see what's going on. Meanwhile, Lucy realizes Andy is no longer in the meeting room and runs to check on him. They collide in the hallway and scream.
Yeah. I mean, this one kind of fits the weird vibe. You know, if you're going to include one of the peaks, the classic
I mean,
cast
it's definitely a better one.
Still,
but that's what I'm like. It's a little goofy. Now, this is the last time we see Harry Truman.
Whoa, really, Sheriff Truman, not in the return.
Michael Ontkean retired from acting and adamantly stuck to it. He was he did not come back. He was retired, and that was that. They do have a reason in the show. They expressly address it. They're like, you know, like, Harry's not here. Here's why.
Wow, gotta respect.
You know, and they do it in a really good way.
I can't.
Yeah, exactly. Now, there are also several actors who came out of retirement to be in the return.
But
Everett McGill, Ed, is one of those.
Hey.
I feel, and there was a couple others. It was the last thing Catherine Coulson ever filmed. I think it was the last thing Miguel Ferrer filmed. Now, that wasn't because, you know, they retired. It was because they passed away. But
that's the true final ticket. Or I don't know. That's you can't retire. Come out of retirement after that one.
Michael Ontkean had retired from acting. He stuck by it. He didn't come back for the return.
Wow.
But there is a reason, and they will explore it. It's not it's not like, and Harry Truman's all of a sudden gone, and they also don't recast him. It's not like it's like, and this is Harry Truman now. No, it's a different deal.
Okay. Wow.
We will go to Waiting for James while sneaking out on the night of her death. This scene is good. Laura waits outside her home for James in the bushes, and she watches Leland come home and prays that he goes into the house, and he keeps stopping and staring in her direction. And then he goes into the house, and James pulls up on his motorcycle shortly afterwards. This scene is edited in the final cut to show Laura climbing down just as he pulls up. It's just that part of the scene.
I don't know. This gave a good extra, just a little scare to it, or a little more.
It did.
Yeah, just of a fear moment.
Leland's fucking freaky, man. And there's also the side of it where it's like, do we need more freaky Leland? Like we know that he's freaky. But like, I don't know. It could have been good. But at her cabin, the log lady hears the screams that the log claims to have heard.
Mm-hmm.
She mentions it in episode 5 of the series originally. She talks about the screams and how she heard that at least 2 women, all that stuff. And yeah, Laura and Ronette die, and that's that. The next scene is the lonesome foghorn blows. Laura's body floats below the rock on the shore in front of the Packard estate a few hours before Pete will find her. And a similar shot appears in the final cut, although this version takes place while the sun is rising, as opposed to the dark of night. And then we get an epilogue. Now this is the shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We get
thank you for this.
We get a shot of no kidding. Holy shit. Like, I didn't think I'd be getting more of the end of Twin Peaks, We get a shot of Glastonbury Grove with the word card "some months later," picking up after the end of the finale. Annie, after being rescued from the Black Lodge, was brought to the hospital by Sheriff Truman.
Mm-hmm.
She is unresponsive with her face bloodied, and she is wearing Caroline's dress on the stretcher, whereas in episode 29, she was wearing black upon exiting the Black Lodge. Just an interesting note. Not sure if that's a continuity thing, or if it's like that's what she appears in the bed wearing, so they were just like, fuck it, let's shoot your scenes in this. Regardless, still in the Black Lodge, Cooper encounters the man from another place. They repeat their earlier interaction, but this time the ring is nowhere to be seen, and Cooper catches on. And I like that he takes the question, "Do you know who I am?" very literally. Like, no.
Yeah.
Because like, how the fuck could I possibly know who you are? Yeah, I've heard you talk about how you're the arm and something or other and all this bullshit, but
it still doesn't.
Actually, no. He doesn't hear that part. He's not there for that. That's just Bob and Leland. My bad. Well, whenever he reveals that he's the arm of Philip Gerard, or Mike, he does tell him, "I am the arm. I sound like this."
Yeah, but what does that mean?
But like the arm. You're the arm, I guess. But the man replies that someone else has the ring now, and Cooper realizes to his horror that it is with Annie. He then asks how he can leave the Black Lodge. The man replies that there is no place to go but home, and begins to cackle and dance as tears well in Cooper's eyes.
This was his moment of realization that he's trapped there. I don't know.
Yeah, he's never getting out.
So
it's this forever.
And
yeah, poor Coop, man.
Yeah, that was rough. There, him welling up. But would the arm be completely truthful? Would he tell him there was a way out if there was? It feels like there's very much reason to keep him in there. A lot of garbones. What is the fucking corn?
Garmonbozia.
Lots of garmonbozia coming in, I feel like, with Coop.
And I feel like there was a more explicit reference to it as it pertains to the bowl of creamed corn, by the way.
Sure,
they're like, they go, "This is Garmonbozia." I know that they don't, but like he points at it and goes, "Garmonbozia."
And he's like, yes, about to feast. He's like, yes, I've been, my food. So,
yummy. But this is a sad scene. And then Annie, being tended to by a nurse, suddenly delivers her message to Laura, which she is that is what she's doing in the movie. Like the time stuff is not working. Laura's dead. It's been months. And
then
I
don't know, the ring being taken off immediately after the message. I wonder if like that has anything to do with it, or if it was just like Annie needed to say the message in the first place to get it to happen before when Laura heard it, or in her dream.
What's really incredible about this nurse selfishly stealing the ring is that
she doesn't disappear. Oh, wait.
Well, but that's also not 100% effective right now. The ring, like, it doesn't do that to everybody, as we've seen. You know, some people can just touch it. Annie was wearing it.
Women versus men, maybe, perhaps? I wonder.
Could, maybe. Could be something. But regardless, the nurse taking it off of her hand allows Annie to not be doomed to the Black Lodge. It doesn't protect her from Bob, which could be a problem. But
that's how she was living.
It does mean,
I guess. I mean,
yes.
Well,
yeah,
while
exactly.
you're in the Black Lodge, are you much more susceptible to Bob? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's like Bob doesn't know this, or does he know if the ring is active or not? You know, can he tell that the ring was taken off?
No telling. Yeah. No telling.
That would suck.
But meanwhile, at the hotel, Dr. Hayward and Sheriff Truman, I guess this is the last time we see Sheriff Truman, hear Dale Cooper's doppelganger hit his head against the mirror and rush to check on him. The doppelganger still cackling, "How's Annie? How's Annie?" Hears them and quickly lies on the floor. They come in and help him up, and Bad Coop claims he was struck in the head against the mirror, and it struck him as funny. You get it? It struck me as funny. And Truman's like, "All right, well, we're going to get you to the hospital." And the doppelganger replies, "But I haven't brushed my teeth yet."
Okay.
And then it's over.
Okay. Yes. So he's not even is he trying to act like Coop, but just can't? Like, because he's not good? Like, it feels...
I think he's doing a good job of acting like someone who has been through something traumatic.
I see. Yeah.
Like, I don't think he has to act like Coop right now. Because of everything that's happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he's using that to his full advantage. You could tell that as soon as he woke up, when he's like, "I must go brush my teeth."
Yeah.
I have to go brush my teeth. You're like, "Oh, okay. That's not normal."
So, yeah, that's fair. I guess I was expecting him to enter like a Coop mode kind of after this fall or something a little bit, but no, he did just hit his head.
Well, and I think that's a marked difference between what happened to Leland and what happens to Dale. You know, like, Leland is still in the driver's seat. Leland's behaving like Leland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Coop is not there.
Nope.
It is Bob and Coop body. You know, like, that is all that's there. So, like, I don't think there's even anything for him to go off of. You know, like, it's just like, I'm in a new fucking body. I've got to pretend to be normal. You know, and I think you're right. I don't think he has any fucking clue how to do that.
Yeah, it was, but this man, just this couple extra seconds, you know, after, it was so good to get. Like, I was, at the end, you know, it was wherever we were before, but then Annie is on screen. I was laying down, just kind of on my back roller, and when Annie pops up on screen, I stood up. I was at attention for the rest of the episode until it
You're
ended.
like, wait,
I was like, hold the fucking phone. And then, yeah, to get just a little bit more, to see the crazed Dale, you know. I only had, "How's Annie?" you know, before. That was it. That's the end. And then, you know, now I just get 30 more seconds or 45 more seconds, you know, not that much more, but I don't know. It does give me a lot more or it puts it into context.
Just get you a little bit more. Just get you a little bit more. So, yeah, no, I mean, the missing pieces is the shit. I'm so glad I've watched it. I am going to watch that fan edit of it all cut together at some point. I have to, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's a must. That is...
yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I've got to see that. But, yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to start the return next week, man. It's going to be such a pleasure. I adore that season of television. It is genuinely my favorite piece of TV ever made. bar none. There's no doubt in my mind. You can throw out all the greatest seasons of television you've ever watched, and I'll go, yeah, but it's not the return. Yeah, but it's not the return. Yeah, but it's not the return. You know, and I'm so excited for you to watch it. And yeah, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait. So, with that, I'll do the plugs, and then we can get on out of here. If you would leave a 5-star rate and review and download wherever you might be listening. You can also subscribe on YouTube now. Look up Fire Pod with me, and you can find us there. Obviously, no video, but we do have all our audio available. And if you are a YouTube Music listener, if that's kind of your bag, we do have it available on YouTube Music, so you can check that out. We also have a movie podcast called The Cinementalists. That's CINEMENTALISTS. And we are currently in the midst of Cinema Surprise. We've done 6 episodes of it. We've got 4 left, but since we're heading into October, we're placing a limit on ourselves. What Cinema Surprise is we alternate picking a movie week to week, and we tell each other what the next movie we're going to cover is at the end of an episode. So, you know, last week I picked a movie and we discussed that movie at length. And then at the end of it, Joseph picked the first horror movie of October that we're going to discover. And the only criteria is that it's 20th century horror. It's pre-2000, 1900 through 1999. You can pick a horror movie anywhere in there, and we only get 2 choices each. So that's a lot of choices and very few selections that have to be made. So I'm very excited to get into some horror movies alongside The Return in October. That is electric. I cannot wait. Let's see. What else? We also have Geek With Me going on. We are currently in the midst of covering Peacemaker Season 2. That is a great time. I strongly recommend you go ahead and check out the show and check out our show on it. And keep watching Twin Peaks with us. Share this with anybody you know who has watched Twin Peaks or should watch Twin Peaks. That happens to be everyone you know. So go ahead and share it with everybody. Make sure they know the deal, that they need to watch up to wherever we're at for them to listen. And there's no better time for them to jump in than when we're about to enter The Return. You know, like that is catch up, get there. 'Cause I'll tell you what, I'm not going to claim that I know everything by any stretch of the imagination, 'cause I sure as fuck don't. And I guarantee you they won't either. And they will need to hear people talk through it, brother. That is a guarantee. Or they will want to hear people talk through it, because what the fuck just happened? And I mean every week. So
yeah,
go ahead and make sure that they are caught up by The Return, and that they can listen along with us. Same for you. And just have the time of your life. Let's go ahead and watch The Return, baby. I'm so very, very excited. And I'm going to conclude this final chapter of the original era of Twin Peaks ahead of The Return with the classic. So I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, it is always a pleasure to be here, homie. Thank you for that.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, fix your hearts or die.